Good morning and welcome to ehabitat event habitat. This is Mr. Boy, and I want to talk to you about how to start a small business as a college student. I speak to college students every day, and I'm very clear about why they should, but I never discuss with them how they should. So I thought I'd make this video, start you guys off from the very beginning is speak to you as an adult and not as a child asking you what it is you're going to be when you grow up. In college, they tend to wait until you're a little bit more mature before they make you choose your career path. And that's, like I always say, coming from people who's never really chosen a career path. They are part of their career path. They're still teaching and they started out being taught. So you're taking advice about your career from someone who's still in the environment they started in third grade. So I want you to take some advice from someone who's giving you an honest opinion as an adult. And we're going to talk about how to start a small business as a college student. First, we're going to do is unleashing your killer business idea. Let's talk about your killer business idea. Let's say when you were a kid, you decided you were going to be a doctor, and that's a killer business idea. Anybody who approached you and you asked them, if they asked you, hey, kid, what are you going to be when you grow up? And you said, I'm going to be a doctor. They say, hey, that's a great idea. And I'm going to pray for you and I'm going to hope you get there and looking forward to you being my doctor one day. That's a killer business idea. If you said you were going to be an engineer, that's a killer business idea. If you said you were going to be a pilot or an aircraft engineer that created engines for aircraft, whatever you decided, the person that was telling you that that was a great idea wasn't thinking like a business person, wasn't thinking like someone who's trying to start a business. They were thinking like someone who has a job and they saying that that's a great job for you to have once you get finished with your education. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that at all. What we're going to do right now is unleash your kids' big killer business idea. So if you're going to be a doctor, what we're going to do is we're going to set you in the path of right thinking so that you can have be a doctor that owns a clinic after they graduate from college or be a partner and owns the clinic. So you have to say I'm going to be a doctor. What type of doctor? I want to be a foot doctor. Okay. That's a good business idea. I'm going to school to be a doctor. I'm going to be a foot doctor. I'm going to be a heart surgeon. I'm going to be a brain surgeon. Oh, that's a great idea. People are going to say, "Oh, that's a great idea." But as a business, that is that a business idea or is that a hope to have a really good job? It's the latter. So we're going to unleash your killer business idea. We're going to focus in on what it would take for you to take the specialty, the modality, the thing that you are studying in college and turn it into a killer business idea. So, a doctor that's studying to be a foot surgeon uh, that owns a clinic. That's a killer business idea. That's narrowing your focus, narrowing the possibilities of you changing your mind, narrowing and getting away from all of those people who have no focus. So we're going to get you a killer business idea. Next, it's time to unleash the beast within and brainstorm your ideas for a small business. So you have an idea of being a nurse. So there are so many different types of nurses in the medical field to where you can niche down and become a specialty nurse and own your own specialty business that assists clinics. So we're going to unleash the beast within you and brainstorm ideas for your small business. Let's say you're an engineer. If you're being an engineer that creates engines, if you're an engineer that creates buildings like architecture, uh, if you're an engineer that possibly creates machinery, you can niche that down and get a specific enough point or specific enough focus on what it is you're going to go to college for. But you're not going to college to become someone's employee. You're going to college to so that you can own your own business. So that's what I'm here for. I'm here to teach you and show you how to start your own business while you're in college. But I got to unleash the beast in you. I have to unleash that power. I have to unleash that passion in you. I want you to brainstorm about your ideas for your small business. But I want you to keep some things in mind. Pick something you can learn to be passionate about, but makes money. Whose money are you making? That's the question. Don't pick something that you can be passionate about, and then at the end of the day, you eating ramen noodles because you got to pay back your college loans. Or at the end of the day, you got to move back to mom and dad's house because you got no money to have your own. I'm not speaking to you as someone who's going to teach you about philosophies. I'm not speaking to you someone who's going to teach you about peach trees and chemistry and English and what Socrates said and what Plato said and all of these things that at the end of the day wasting your time as a business owner. So we're going to learn to be passionate about what it is you do, but it's got to make money. I want you to pick something you can learn to be passionate about, but it has to make money. If you're going to be a medical student, pick a specific type of medical student you're going to be, and specific type you're going to be, and then pick a specific place you want to be, and then pick a specific business you want to be in. Work with that. Because I'm starting businesses with you, I can work with that. I need to know that because I can't structure phase one, phase two, and phase three without money. So you have to understand what business is about. Business is about at the end of the day when you go home, what's on your table? What are you eating? That's what business is about. Business is about not only when you leave the house, but when you come back to the house. So you have to learn to be passionate about your business. Pick something you can learn to be passionate about, but it has to make money. We're going to talk about that on the next video. This is Mr. Brave Boy. I'll talk to you in a minute.